of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to another episode of Think and Grow with your girl, Vette Green, now being shown on our sister network, The Evening Rush. Thank you, Shone. I'm so happy to be here. Today, I am so excited to bring to you community advocate from my town, my hometown of Lackawanna, New York, Mr. John Ingram. He's going to be calling in and talking to us about what's going on. I am one that believes that awareness is key. When you have the knowledge about what's going on in your neighborhood, that will help you be more powerful and have a voice. We have to have a voice, and we also need to know the things that's going on in our neighborhood. So when I was growing up, we didn't have many buses coming to small Lackawanna, New York, but thankfully, because of the works that John has been doing, we've been able to have it's called the 42 bus come over there on the weekend, because we didn't have buses to come to Lackawanna on the weekend, right? That's crazy when you have a community that's low income and a lot of people do not have vehicles. So John, if you are out there, you can call on in so we can talk to the people. So you guys, I'm so excited that to bring the Evening Rush and Think and Grow with Vette Green together, because this is a collaboration. I'm so impressed by these gentlemen, these kings, Shone the Don and E. Digga. They came together because of scheduling conflicts. Shone the Don was able to bring me over to the sister network, and instead of fighting or arguing, they collaborated together. And this is how we grow businesses, you guys. This is exactly what we are supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be supporting and helping each other out. So big shout outs to the Evening Rush and Charm City Network. If you guys are looking for a place to host your podcast, if you are thinking about having a podcast, hit my brothers up. Seriously, hit my brothers up. This is how we build generational wealth. This is how we build businesses, by supporting each other. So let me tell you guys about this weekend that I had. Now, I've been going back and forth from New York to Chicago because my mom, the doctors say that she's a little bit sick. So I've been going back and forth. And legit, you guys, I had not hung clothes up in a closet for 6 months. Like literally, I am living out of a suitcase. I couldn't even believe it until I started hanging stuff up. I'm home now for a little while, and it's like, wow, let me get my life together. It's a new year, and I haven't had a chance to get my life together because as soon as January hit, 2 weeks into January, I got hit with COVID. And your girl did not think that she was going to make it. I'll tell you guys a little joke. It's a joke now, but it was not funny then. So on day 4 of me having COVID, I jumps up. It's about 4:00 in the morning. And I'm like, oh, I feel so good. Let me go downstairs and get in the shower. Let me clean up the house because, people don't clean the house the way you can. So I'm like, let me clean up the house. Man, when I tell you, by the time I got out that shower and literally crawled up the stairs, I was calling my sister and 911 to come and get me. And I'm telling my sister, and I hope she's watching. I'm like, Trina, just take care of my kids. Just take care of my kids. So you guys, I think John may be on the phone. If not, I'm telling you guys, just I know they're lifting these mask mandates, and I believe that wearing masks and getting vaccinated is a personal choice. But just know that if you have any type of health risk out there, just stay safe. Stay safe. I know that, like I said, they're lifting these mask mandates, but you got to know that if you are susceptible to getting something like COVID-19 and possibly not making it, listen, I'm 46 years old and I don't have any of those underlying health conditions. But when I tell you COVID sat my butt down, it sat me down to the point where I was legit. I didn't think I was going to make it. And I didn't end up hospitalized. I end up in the emergency room twice, but not hospitalized. So I'm thinking about the people who end up hospitalized and the way it attacked my lungs. I have an asthma pump and I'm on blood thinners for the rest of my life. So when I tell you COVID-19, you guys, I know if you're looking at the news and all of this stuff, just stay safe. Just stay safe. So Shonda Don, how you doing out there? All right, we're about to bring. Okay, come on, you guys. Thank you guys so much, Sean. Thank you so much, Don. I really appreciate you at the last minute.
No problem, no
were
problem.
you were nice enough to just bring me on. That impressed me so much. It impressed me so much because a lot of times in our culture, we're not known to work together. Not only did you work together, you made sure that you shouted your brother out. If you guys look, you see in one corner the Evening Rush, and in the other corner we have Charm City. So thank you so much, Sean Don. I really appreciate that. So now I want to welcome our guest, Unique. You guys, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys have seen me streaming her music, Goals and Dreams, which we're going to play in a little while. And she dropped new music today called It's a New Season. Yes. Oh my God. I must have played this song 15 times today. At least 15 times today because it speaks to my life. And I feel like it can speak to so many other people's lives because, and we were talking backstage and I asked you, how old you are. And if you feel like telling everyone how old you are, but when you listen to her music, you guys, you can feel that it's coming from her heart. And I couldn't believe that she's as young as she is and to have written these lyrics that relate to someone myself that's 46 years old. So Unique, thank you again and welcome to the stage. Let everybody know who you are, where you come from.
Thank you for having me. I'm Unique. I'm an artist, songwriter. I come from DC, Washington, DC. I live in California now. This is my second home. And I make music that inspires people. I can make ratchet music too, but for the most part, I'm here to inspire y'all. And yeah, that's me.
And she even says it in her lyrics, you guys. If you listen to New Season, she says it over and over again. And she step by step, she tells us what we need to do. Go find your purpose. But we're going to get into that once we play the song. So let's play. Are you ready to play Goals and Dreams? I just want to play a little bit of this song just because it's in my top 5 motivational in my motivational playlist.
I got my own little playlist too, so.
I got these goals and these dreams. I know I can't live without them. That means I gotta go get it. I know a lot of people, they doubt it. Gotta prove them wrong. Gotta prove them all wrong. Gotta prove them wrong. Gotta prove them all wrong. Gotta prove them wrong. Gotta prove them all wrong. Gotta prove them wrong. Yeah, I'm working 5, this 9 to 5 don't work for me. I gotta find my way about this ain't how it's supposed to be. Feel like I'm settling for less, that's why I gotta leave. They may not understand that it's not for them to see.
Cause it's my vision. I love it. It's like yours now. I love it. I love it. I live it. It is because it is your vision. So unique. Tell everybody about your vision, because I can feel it. Like you see, you're manifesting everything that's meant for you. So tell everybody about this vision.
My vision is just, to be an artist, be an entrepreneur, get up out of this 9 to 5 lifestyle, because I think within all of us, there's something more than, that 9 to 5 that we do, or these little small things that we do. I think there's more to us than what we even know, or what people even think. Like, I have people who haven't found their purpose yet, and, they want to know, like, well, what am I this? I'm like, pay attention. You got to pay attention. Like, at certain things, I be observing people, and I'm like,
your life.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you should be talking. Like, you should be a motivational speaker. You should be doing this, because I can see that in you. So,
right.
Yeah. So it's just like that. That's my vision, is just to, live out my dreams while helping other people, find their dream, or help them with their goal and motivate them.
Your music definitely is motivational. You had said something that a lot of people don't realize their purpose. And I find that it's the things that come easy to people that they don't think they can monetize on it. I know so many people that can do hair, and it's like, that's a gift. Like, even if you don't like standing there doing hair for a little while, you can at least use that gift to fund something else that you want to do. Like, we are so creative, and to be able to live it out the way you are, and to put it into words and put a melody behind that, I think is so amazing. So when I first heard the song Goals and Dreams, I felt like you were talking not only to us, I felt like you were doing a self-reflection.
Yeah, a note to self.
Note to self. Yeah. So tell me about your mind, where your mind was at the time you wrote Goals and Dreams.
Well, I probably had just got off of work, and I was like, well, I don't have enough time for myself. I really need to figure out, where am I headed? I know some things feel like it's not working. I want to feel supported. And so, I was just like, because I wrote a song before that. It was called Gotta Go Get It. And it was on a mixtape. And it was like 2016. And I was like, that just came back into my head. Like, I know what I want to do. I know the goal. I know the vision. Let me implement a plan. Let me, speak it into existence. Number 2. And I just started writing. Usually my writing process is listening to a beat, and then like whatever really comes to me. And so that melody came to me, and I'm just like, okay, let me finish it out. And then I'll always wait. And then the verse came to me. So the verse is kind of like, I was like, what do I want to head with? Like, what direction do I want to go with this? And the 9 to 5 is the main thing that was like kind of crumbling me and making me feel depressed or whatever. So I'm like, let me talk about this. And so
it's frustrating when you have found your purpose, but you aren't able to see it manifest or come alive the way you're visualizing it, because you know where you want to be, and now it's finding those steps and funding. Like we were talking about backstage. My favorite coach, Lisa Nichols, funding your future. You're actually funding your future, and we also talked about you investing into yourself. Talk to the listeners about what it is that you had to do, because you knew that to get this up and running, you couldn't just sit there and just expect it to just come. You have to do something. You have to take action. And sometimes that action is monetizing. You have to use your money.
Yeah. So for me, I'm like, I'm not a beggar in no way, shape, or form. So I'm like, let me get this job, and then I started buying a microphone. Got me a microphone. Let me get some headphones, and I researched. Well, actually, I would see a lot of guys like in the industry, or even like in local, record themselves, and I would go over to their house and record with them. I'm like, I can do this myself. So I had got my own mic, my own camera, my own computer. I got the system to record myself, and I just started learning because I'm like, okay, if I can start recording myself, I can make songs for other people, record demos, put music out on my own time without having to pay for studio time. And I'm, putting it all together. So investing in yourself is really important. It's like the number one thing that what comes with dreams. It's the number one thing. You see this heat press machine back here. I was like, let me invest. Actually, my grandma, shout out to her, and my aunt and everybody, they came together and got me that because I always was talking about a clothing line. So I was like, I'm not gonna ask for it. I'm gonna buy it. And they're like, girl, you ain't never gonna buy it. So yeah, investing in yourself is important. People investing in you is nice too. So yeah.
And you're also blessed enough to have support behind you, which is amazing, and it's needed when you're going for your goals and dreams. You want to have support, and if you are blessed enough to have family support, that's even better. A lot of times some of the support that we get is from strangers, unfortunately. I mean, it's fortunately because you can network, but you really want it close to you. So talk to me about how your mom felt. And we talked about you were 11 years old when you first realized that this is something that you wanted to do.
Yeah. So like you said, support from family is going to be probably the last thing sometimes. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, they don't see the vision. So I think that's kind of what happens with my family is or maybe I was a little bit more sheltered with my dreams and goals. And so I was like, it doesn't feel like I'm being supported. But once you speak your mind and be like, hey, support this, support that, then that's when it'll come. So, as far as support, just remember that, like you said, the strangers, those are the number one people that you're going to have to rely on. But as far as my family, like my mom, she has been supportive over the years. My aunts, and that's pretty much my circle. My mom, my aunts, my brothers. Everybody's been supportive. I started writing at 11. My mom expressed that she wanted to sing one day, but not to me, but over the phone. I was just listening to the conversation, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a pretty good writer. Let me write her a song. So I had wrote her an R&B song, gave it to her. I think she gave up on that dream because, but I know
you
good.
didn't.
I know the song wasn't whack, so.
But you didn't give up on the dream.
Never. And I think that's one of the lines in New Season, my new song. I said, I never gave up on my dreams. Can't make that mistake. Something like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it's important to never give up.
What motivates you to chase your dreams, even though you have to do the 9 to 5? What motivates you to still go into that studio after you finished working for someone else to say, you know what, I need to dedicate some hours to Unique as well?
What motivates me is just wanting to get to that goal. Like, I know I'm in it. I might be like right now, I'm doing interviews and stuff like that, and I know I'm moving forward, but I'm still like, okay, I'm not where I know I am supposed to be. Like, I know I can be bigger, and I see a bigger vision. So I'm like, once you see something, you just don't stop. You know what I mean? So even after you get home from work, I'm like, okay, let me get up in this studio and try to, or record a song and record it. But I don't force it either. If I'm not feeling it, or if I'm not, if I'm not motivated, I'm not gonna lie to myself and be like, oh, blah blah blah. I'm just real with it. So yeah.
You go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
You go with the flow. So you also talked about support doesn't always need to be financial, which I think is period. Mm-hmm. Support doesn't always have to be financial. Mm-hmm. There's so many ways to support. So what does support look like for you?
Support for me look like action. So it's easy to tell me, oh, I support you, and it's easy to repost your music, and it's easy for people to, just do something so small to mask it. But to me, it's a feeling. You're gonna feel when somebody supports you, you meeting you, your daily, messages and stuff like that. You're gonna feel the support. And 9 times out of 10, like I said, it's gonna come from strangers, but you're gonna feel it, and that's all I can say. Really, is you do
feel it because it's coming from the heart. I've met some amazing people on my journey. Thankfully, I have some really good people in my corner, very, very good people in my corner. But I've also been able to meet some amazing people on this journey and the support that they give. Big shout outs to my sister Vanice Capers and Leah Forney. Oh my God, these and Sister Sandra. I really got some really good support. I want to talk about the new song, but I want to play it first before we bring John in. Can we? You know what? Yeah, let's play the new song before we go to break, and then let's bring John in, and then I'll bring you back, Unique, to talk about this new song.
All right.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's cool. So let's talk about this new song before we play it, and then we'll go to break. One of the things that I want people to understand in this new song is that she's really laying out the steps that you can take when you are chasing your goals and dreams. She says, go find your purpose, make the plans, and find a reason. Go find your purpose. Number one, you got to find your purpose because we're all purposed to be here, right?
Right.
You found your purpose, Unique. At 11 years old, you found your purpose. And then it's make them plans. You're making those plans now, and you can see the vision as you're making those plans. And then find a reason. What is your reason?
My reason is just to make that 11-year-old girl happy. You know what I mean? Like, I dreamed of this, and so it's like to see me learning things and figuring things out on my own is like the best feeling. So once I get to that place that I know I'm the 11-year-old girl knew I could be at, so that's my reason. You know what I mean? To complete that.
Oh my God, you have made her happy. What do you talk to her?
Actually, in the I did a freestyle. You know the song "Closer to My Dream." So I did that, and I said, I always be forget my lyrics, but I basically say, "Don't never say never." Because the way the future look at things only get better. It's all about divine timing and aligning together. And so that was me talking. I probably haven't talked to her in a long time, but that was me talking to her. Like, you know, the way the future looking, it really only gets better. Like I done came up out my shell and sprouted my feathers. That's what I say in there. And I really did. Like, I really came out of my shell. I'm doing this interview. It's different for me. And yeah, I was really in this bubble, in this shell. And I feel like I'm like breaking out into like a butterfly or pretty bird. So,
you are becoming a butterfly, a swan, everything you can think of. You are definitely becoming. So let's bring John on in, Unique, and then I'm going to you can stay with us and chat for a little while, and then I'm going to bring John in and then play the new song, New Season. You guys, if you are not let everybody know where they can find you as well.
You can follow me on Instagram at It's Unique Official, and that pretty much takes you to all the social medias. I got a link in my bio, and that's at It's Unique Official.
And how can they support your music?
Cash at me, you know what I'm saying? You can go if you got Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, anything like that. You can find me. Just type. You might want to type in Unique. I would say type in Goals and Dreams. I think that's the first impression I want to give you. So type in Unique and then type in Goals, the symbol and then Dreams. And then you're going to hear all the whole playlist. You're going to hear Vette's playlist. So
it's an amazing song. You can put that back up while we are about to go on break as well, Unique. I want you to stay and chat. I'm so excited that you're here. I've been listening. We've been trying to get this together. And then when you said you were dropping new music, I was like, yes, I'm so excited. I'm definite a fan. As we were talking about backstage, you are definitely 5 years from now, we're going to do this again. Right, Shone? Right, Don? We're going to be doing this again, and Unique's going to be debuting some other new piece of work, and we're going to be like,
we're going to be in a building, you know what I mean?
Right?
Word.
Right? I see
Yo,
it.
I see her as a shining star. So you know what I mean. That's just what it is.
Thank you.
Her music is fabulous. I love it. I love it.
But you got time. You got time to kick it with us, right? You need.
I do.
All right, let's chop it up with John real quick. Let's chop it up with John real quick. Let's see what he's talking about. How you doing, John?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, and you? Thank you for calling in. You're live with Vette Green. Go ahead, Vette.
Thank you so much, John. Is it all right if I call you John? It's so weird because I don't call him that back at home.
You can call me what you've been calling me.
Okay, Coachy. Okay, Coachy. Thank you so much for being a guest on Think and Grow with Vette Green. You are definitely someone I respect and admire. When Coachy came, he was away from home for years, right? And I'll let him tell his story. And he came back to our small community. Now, mind you, Lackawanna, New York is a small community right outside of Buffalo. And he came and he began to advocate. And a lot of times people don't understand what they might need, and they don't understand a person's approach. So, and they also don't like the truth. You know, if you're living a certain kind of way and it's not benefiting you, then sometimes there's change. So, Coach, talk to us about what's going on in the neighborhood. What is it that you're working on right now? We talked about the NFTA and how you're working with them to make sure that that we have adequate busing.
Well, actually, tomorrow I'll actually meet with representatives from Senator Kennedy's office, representatives from the NFTA to talk about the bus situation. As you know, in Lackawanna, like you said, we only have 18,000 people that live there. But at one time, they were going to cut the bus system off, but we weren't going to have no transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I said from our city hall, didn't know anything about it. I got the NFTA to come to Lackawanna, to the project of all places, have a meet with them. They came with a big clipboard. I said, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why we don't have buses after 5 o'clock and no buses on weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Through all that, with the help of Senator Kennedy and them, we were able to get buses. So we have buses on weekends, whatever. But we don't stop there. We stop to make sure that they don't change the rules of the game. You know, Lackawanna, like I said, where we come from, we come from the projects. Mm-hmm. And this is how I came back home, and I digress. I'm going back a little bit.
No, go ahead. I want you to tell your story.
When I came back home, I was going to a lot of meetings. I was seeing stuff in the project. I couldn't understand how this was happening in our community. People that would never be leaders were all now the leaders of what's going on in the project. So I sat on the benches, and that knew what I'm talking about. I said, I done had enough of this. I'm gonna try to make some changes. Now I was told by a couple from family members, the other people, you are gonna get cussed out and whatever. You can't change nothing. And they were right. I got cussed out. I was called every name in the book.
But it didn't stop you.
No, because it needed to be done. And some of the challenges that we face were not just from people from different races or whatever, but some of our own. We had to tell the truth. You know, how is it that our people couldn't sit on the bench that they lived in? How is it that our kids couldn't play? You know, whatever. We had to change that. And many days, and that could, you know, I'm not lying, many days I'd be walking, because I walked everywhere. I was called out my name, cussed out, whatever, but it didn't matter because changes was coming. We're very fortunate in Lackawanna. Everybody know everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We know. I mean, we know everybody. I don't care if you're white, black, blue, green. We know somebody in your family what's going on.
Right.
We had the opportunity to do something, but you had to tell the truth, not sugarcoat it, not saying, well, I'm not gonna say this to John because me and John's mother friends, whatever. If you're wrong, you're wrong. You know, and you be told. And best part I can tell you, the best story I remember, I was sitting on the bench, and a little boy sat on the bench talking to me. He asked me two things. He said, Mr. John, why you don't get high? You know what I'm saying? Well, do you like the people to get high? He said, no. He said,
because you were sitting on the benches.
Yeah. He said, Mr. John, they're going to bust your windows tonight. But I'm watching. I'm going to tell you who do it. I said, for me, that's a win because he saw what I was doing. You know, we have some great people. We have some great people in Lackawanna. You know,
we do.
today we have some people that have done things that you would never believe. I'm one of those. That is another, and I'm so proud of her. You know, we have people that became doctors, lawyers, entertainers, but we have to have these people back in our community. I say this is Black History Month right now, and everybody's talking about the history of leaders from the past or whatever. What about our leaders for now? Who are going to take our place?
Right.
I had the pleasure of being a city councilman for 3 years in the city of Lackawanna. But who else coming? Who is the next city councilman? Who is the next mayor? Who is the next, who is the next individual who's going to lead our community?
Right.
If we don't have leaders, how can they take us seriously? In the history of Lackawanna, I want you to understand this. I'm only the third African American councilman out of the history of Lackawanna. The third. And I'm the third out of 30 years. You know what I'm saying? We only have 2 African American police officers. And they just got on in the last 3 years. Where we used to have 4 or 5.
And the firefighters.
Yep. We have 1 firefighter. We have never had an African American on the school board, on the Lackawanna School Board. Lackawanna School Board budget is double that of the city, and our children are failing.
What?
Our children are failing. But we have to be held accountable. We cannot blame, you cannot say it's the white person or whatever. We have to be accountable for our own actions. If you're never attending a council meeting, if you're never attending a school board meeting, if you're never participating in what's going on in that community, what do you think is going to happen? Why do you think laws going to be made to make sure you cannot add up? No, you can't. We have to be willing to tell the truth. We have to hold our leaders responsible. If you say you're a community leader, then lead your community. Doesn't mean they're going to always respect it. Doesn't mean they're going to like it. But if you're telling the truth, it'll wash.
Yeah.
It'll come out.
And the people that want change will follow you. The people that really want change will definitely follow you. And I agree with what you were saying, Coach E, that if we don't begin to come together and unite and speak up for ourselves and stop letting people make decisions for us, because that's what's going on. We're sitting by idle, comfortable in our uncomfortable mess, and we're letting people make decisions. And then when things don't go right, now we want to react instead of being more proactive. We have to begin to think and use our minds.
I said right all the time. I said, like I said, I ran for this term. I didn't win this term, but my goal was to say, I don't care if you don't like me or whatever. Who do you have to come in my place?
Right.
Where's the next person coming? We can criticize who's there, but have somebody to take the place. Have somebody that can step up. It makes no sense to be arguing when we have nobody we can put in there. Nobody is running. Mm-hmm. And I say this because if you don't like me, that's fine. But how could you not like what I was doing? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like that individual, they ain't gonna be your best friend, but if that's gonna be the best one for your community, have a voice in your community.
Right.
And if you don't have a voice, you can't do anything. When you don't vote, you can't say anything.
Right.
That's one of our biggest problems.
That's it.
We always criticize who's in office, but we don't take that initiative to
go out there and vote.
Make a change if that's what you feel is necessary to do.
Yeah, and it's not just a presidential vote.
As a youth, I always speak. I put this in the song. The song called "Matter." We do have to teach like the youth under you guys and us about politics, and I do think that more kids should be cool, or should be important to learn that, because a lot of these kids do want to be rappers and entertainers and stuff like that, which is cool and fine. But I feel like we do have to have that next generation to break a system that wasn't never meant for us. So
right,
yeah.
Right.
I do a thing called Community Fun Day. That what it is. Mm-hmm. I do that. I've been doing it for the last almost 8 years. We couldn't do it the last 2 years because of COVID, where I bring 45 to 50 health vendors in. I bring them in there just for to educate our folks and help our folks get medical treatment like they're supposed to. But I also bring events in there for our youth to do something. One of the things I want to do this year, since we have not been able to do it, I want you, Vette, to come to OWN, and I want you to do a live podcast here. Because what I want them, they need to see you. They need to see you. So that them young men who want to get in that field, and Miss Unique, I hope you come with her. You know what I'm saying?
I know, I would love it.
I would like that.
They need to see that. And I tell somebody all the time, and they say, well, you can't dream. I never stopped dreaming. I'm 65 years old. I'll be 65, and I never stopped dreaming. And my goal is what I tell them is this. I grew up in Gates Avenue Project. I had the pleasure of being the president of NAACP in South Carolina. I had the pleasure of being a regional coordinator in South Carolina. I had the pleasure of going to the White House 3 times. I had the pleasure of taking out Betty Shabazz and Miss Coretta Scott King. I come home. I have the pleasure of being a city councilman for where I grew up at. I had the pleasure of being on the Community Action Organization board. That's a blessing from God.
Yes, it is.
That is something that, and like I tell them every day, I grew up in the problem. So it's not where you come from, what you're surrounded, it's what you want to do. And I tell every youth with a dream, challenge. You're supposed to challenge. You're supposed to challenge anybody that's saying they're representing you. Anybody that's saying they're supposed to be looking out for you. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with that. Don't agree with you. But challenge. But do something. Don't just get on Facebook and talk about it. Don't sit up there and say, I don't like this person, whatever. Why you don't like it? Show something. What are they doing? Find out what that individual was doing. Don't let somebody else change your mind and you don't even know what's going on.
Oh, say that. No, bring that back. Say that again, Coachy. Say that again.
You don't know what's going on. But the same person you criticize are the same person that you may have to go to. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I get asked this every day. Why do you continue to fight when they didn't like you? It's not about them. It's not about me. It's about us. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe that one individual, that male or female, will say, you say what we can't do. I say what we can be done. We can do anything that we want to do.
Yes,
we're powerful enough to do. We just got to be true to ourselves and do it. And it ain't easy. You're going to be mad in the days. You'll go home and man, I ain't doing it. What's wrong? But at the same time, if you know in your heart you was all right, you're good. My grandfather used to say, when you go home and you by yourself and you look at yourself in the mirror, and they could be praising you, saying you the greatest things of sliced bread. If you were flying, you still flying. But if you've been doing the best you can with what you got, you'll sleep all right. And I sleep good.
That's how you're supposed to sleep.
Coach T dropping some powerful nuggets on the Think and Grow with Vette Green tonight. This is what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I just thank you for the pleasure of being here. And I thank you, for the opportunity. And I'm, like I said, I say with all I am so proud of you. I tell you this all the time, but I am proud to see somebody I know that's doing something, that's making a change. Because you are making changes. Somebody's life is being changed right now. Mm-hmm. Somebody's life is being changed.
That's God, man. It's nothing but the grace of God that placed me on this space. And I feel like you, Coach E. I don't care who don't like me. I'm going to keep pushing the message, because if I can do it, you can do it. It is nothing. We go through all of these circumstances and we think that, oh, my life is over and, oh, I can never change. But those are the lies that we, the enemy and within, that we tell ourselves. And once I begin to piece those things together, it's like, dang, who's telling you that? My Coach Bree, who's telling you that? It's you telling you that. And if you don't want change in your life, you're going to be in the same situation you are in right now next year. When I told this story beginning before, and I'll tell it again. I was sitting with my girlfriend in the car, and I'm like, I got to change my life. And we were talking about the Bible. And she said, in the Bible, it says that you may be blessed to live 70 years. And I'm like, wait a minute. I still may have 40 years. I can't live like this 40 more years living like this. I'm all ratchet and run down and broken. Let me get my life together. And so begin the process. So it's not too late. Who's ever out there who's listening, And if you are from my hometown of Lackawanna, I hope you guys get with Coach E. I know sometimes a lot of you guys may not understand his approach, but I respect it because he's man enough to go out there and do what a lot of people are not able to do or unwilling to do or don't have the knowledge enough to do because they think that they can't. So he has a lot of things coming. And Coach E, like I said, whatever I can do, you know, I'm back and forth, whatever I can do to assist, because I don't want to come back and one of the things that I admire. So in our city of Lackawanna, it's a really high Muslim population there. And what I admire is that they have come and they have built it up. Like all the businesses, I'd say 90% of the businesses on our side of the bridge is ran by Muslims. Like they have done something that we have not been able to do, is unify and build. So with that, we do we need to go to break, Don?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to break, and then we're going to come back, play New Season by Unique. John, stay on if you're still there, and we're going to keep conversating. Come back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the Rush Network, you guys. Come on, subscribe, and go check my girl Unique out.
Yeah,
I have to leave. I have to leave y'all. I have to go to another meeting. I'm going to a meeting.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
But thank you for having me.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
You'll be back. We'll do this again.
And I will be calling you.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go to this break.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
We're back. Think and Grow with Mr. Vette Green.
We are back. We're back. You guys, listen, I know a lot of people always hit me up about starting a podcast. So let me tell you, if you are looking to start a podcast or you have questions about what do I need to do to start my podcast, hit my brother up. Hit my brother Don up, the Evening Rush Network. Hit him up. You can hit him up right now. Hit him up. You can hit my brother E Digger up on Charm City. These guys, this is our sister station. They work together. If you are looking for somebody to support you in your podcast endeavors, make sure you hit them up. Don't sleep on yourself. All right, we ready to play New Season?
Yes, we are.
All right, I'm gonna be.
You want to introduce it, Unique?
Okay, this is my new single, New Season. Like Yvette said, find your purpose, make them plans, and find your reason. It's important.
Very important. Did it play?
All right, hold on. We got to run that back. We running it back. New Season. Unique. Let's go.
It's a new day. find a reason. It's Sunday, it's a new season. Go back to what you want, what you believe in. Yeah. I used to walk and feel no, I just walk my face. Never gave up on my dreams, no, that's a bad mistake. I make music for the dreamers, I know I relate. It's time to start shit up and real like I don't want to fake. I want no favorite sale, I want it all for real. I do it for the gram, I want it all for real. If nothing on the table, I take all the deals. Never did it for the money, but I'll take all the millions. Give me all my millions. It's a new day, it's a new season. All the thoughts just make them plans and find a reason. It's a new day, it's a new season. Go back to what you want, what you believe in. It's a new day, yeah, it's a new season. Find your purpose, make them plans and find a reason. It's a new day, it's a new season. Go back to what you want, what you believe in. Yeah. Making myself every day, don't let it go to waste. I'm just gotta hit it straight into all your ways. It's the only way you learn is the way you love a life. It's hard to see the dreams ahead, you're catching up. On a mission trying to get it, yes, it can't be tough. Just remember what you hit for, but you can't give up. They wanna see you down, but you keep standing up. So close to that finish line, I know you see them banners up. I know you see them banners up, banners up. So close to that finish line, I know you see it. It's a new day, it's a new season. Find your purpose, make them plans and find a reason. It's a new day, it's a new season. Go back to what you want, what you believe in. It's a new day, yeah, it's a new season. Find your purpose, make them plans and find a reason. It's a new day, it's a new season. Go back to what you want, what you believe in. Yeah.
You are so humble. You are so humble. Look at her, Don. I am just so amazed. Like,
what did I say? Simply
right?
amazing. It's
Right?
2/2/22, and you just dropped a banger.
Bomb, fire. She said, make the most of each day. Don't let it go to waste. Make the most of each day. Do not
I'm
let
having
it
to tell
go
myself
waste.
that. I'm having to tell myself that.
So do I. Like, God gave you this life again.
Right.
Make the most of it. So
Yo, I am so proud of you.
Right?
So proud of you.
Isn't she fire?
Yeah.
Man.
I appreciate y'all too. Thank you.
Nah, you just put out the 2 songs I just heard, both was bangers, so I'm ready for the album.
Right?
I'm being real. I'm ready for the album.
It's coming.
May God bless you with everything that you are working hard for. I see it, and you're just so humble about it. You have all of this talent. Like, she writes her own music, Don. She's writing her music.
Listen, that was one of the questions I'm about to ask is, where do you get your inspiration?
Just from real life things. So like when I wrote a song called Up, that's like another motivating one. Together, my family was going through losing a house, and so while everybody else is down, I kind of still find this inspiration to be like, I don't know why, but I feel like it only could be up from here. Like it only can go up from here. I still believe, God don't, take you so low to just leave you there. You know what I mean? Like you can always rise up. And so each situation will always be, from something real or something that I need to tell myself.
You can tell through you can tell the words that you speak. You can tell that it's you talking to you. You're motivating yourself, but you're also motivating us, right? When you heard Goals and Dreams, were you surprised? Like it's really fire. It's really
I'm gonna play that back because that got
that one actually was when I released it. I released it in 2018, and that's why I'd be like, Divine Timing is real, because when I released it in 2018, that was one of my favorites. but people gravitated to other songs that I did, and I was like, oh, okay. So I just let it, go to the wayside and was like, whatever. And then once I seen people, listening to it and DMing me and stuff like that, I was like, okay, let me do a video.
Trip is my joint also. Trip is my
shout out to bro Mike on the check-in. He's saying welcome to the network.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm happy. I'm so happy to be here. So talk to us about where your mind space was at when you were writing New Season.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was actually 2020. And the pandemic and all of that stuff. And I was I actually had got the chance. I was praying to God. I was like, please shut my job down. Please shut my job down. And he did. And I was out for 3 months, and I was like, this feels like a new season in my life. This feels like something good is about to happen. And so I was like, let me sit down and make something. Anytime I feel like I'm getting inspired or whatever, I'm like, okay, let me write. Let me sit down and write. So I think I wrote the verse first. And it just went from there. It just started flowing from there. But that's the mind space I was in. I was like, please shut my job down. And then he did, and I was like, okay, let me manifest some other stuff. And so actually what's crazy is that I think it was 2020, New Year's Eve, I had put I made a fake plaque, a gold plaque, and I put it on my wall, and I put a song from a mixtape I was going to drop. And I was like, this is going to blow up. And then in 2020, I feel like I probably manifested that because Goals and Dreams was the song choice. I just didn't know it at the time when I put the plaque on the wall. So it's like, I manifested that.
So I got one 2-part question.
Mm-hmm.
Your dream producer and the dream artist you want to work with.
Okay, so my dream producer, that's a good one. I would probably say, I never even thought about this. That's a good question. Dream producer, who do I always like? Let me think about this. Dream producer. I would probably say Pharrell. Pharrell. Just hearing
Virginia, of course.
He did recently with Summer Walker. It's like that right there. That right. Also, DJ Khaled. That was one of the ones. I was telling people like, maybe I want to sign to We the Best, but I was like, maybe not. But I would love to work with him to make like an inspirational.
Somebody send us to DJ Khaled and Pharrell.
She did a song with him, and she was like, live every day like my birthday is a birthday or whatever like that. And I was like, that's inspiring. I want to work with him. He did a couple other songs. And then what was the second question?
You're the dream performer. Who would you love to perform with?
If I can break out of that shell, I would want to perform with Missy Elliott.
Oh,
yeah,
I can see that.
I would want to put something together where it's like her, because her creativity is crazy. And so
you love that fast beat pace.
Yeah, but like bring melodic tone to it.
Yeah, like something like what Aaliyah was pretty much doing.
Yeah.
The nice fast piece beat. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 favorite artists?
Let's see about this one. Okay, so I like Chris Brown. I feel like he's a good writer. I like Eric Bellinger. I don't know if you heard of him. He's a great writer. R&B. Beyond Destiny Child, I would say Destiny Child. If you like listen to the Just How I Feel mixtape or album, I had a song on there called Be Mad, and I say like a line from Destiny Child's song. And then so they influenced me a lot. I had all of their albums. And then who else? My top 5. How many did I name so far? I think 3.
That was 3.
Missy Elliott is in there. And then a new artist that people probably, the older generation probably don't know, probably do, but I like Lil Baby.
Yeah.
I know Little Baby.
I know. I can't tell you which song is which.
No, I be asking people like, Lil Baby. Not too many people, they do, but not too many like older folks. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm a little older too, but. You are. He one of the new ones that I don't really like to listen to a lot of new people, but he one of the new ones that I really like.
Got you. I see you ain't say what's her name, Susan or her. Those are two dope. I just love their music.
I be having to make a whole list of who I really be like, because I do like her. And one of the things about her was when I first found out about her, I was like, she had a good idea. I mean, if I wish I would have thought of that sooner, where she didn't show her face for a while, and it was just the music, and people got to really listen to the music rather than just focus on, the look of it. I feel like people be so caught up in like the look that they don't be listening to the music so much. And so I was like, man, that's a good idea. I could have did that.
The words for me. If I can, those words, and then the melody, the beat behind the words, that's what I love. All types of music. I listen to country music. I listen to pop. It's the words that I'm listening to. One of the songs that gets me going is "Roar." Like I'm in the car, like I just because I can relate to it. I do that. People probably looking like, what is she listening to? What about you, Don? What's your top 5?
Woo. See, I'm still old school with it, so.
And you probably gonna name some people that I didn't think about.
What you want, R&B or hip hop?
Either or. You can mix it in. Like I got
R&B. I gotta go with B, of course. That's number 1. 2 would be Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Mary J. Her, because I just got into her right now, and I'm digging her like crazy.
Man, she got a song with Chris Brown that my guy put me on. So that song is fire.
And I was gonna say Chris, of course, because Chris do still got some amazing categories. And then and unfortunately I gotta say R, because that's my 6th man now. I can't. He ain't in the top 5, but he, you know what I mean. But
think about all the kids that were born to him.
I got 3. I got 3 kids off of R, man. Like, so it's hard to say no to R. Like the music. I'm with the music.
That's because you're a producer too. So
I'm with the music. I'm just not with the man. Like,
you still listen to it?
Yes, I can't lie.
Behind closed doors.
Yeah. I catch myself slipping sometimes.
Trey Songz just had like some things going on with him, and that's actually one of my favorite R&B artists. And I was like listening to him. I was like, I shouldn't be listening to him until I know what's going on with him. But
I love Trey Songz. Trey Songz made me survive through so much storms. It's crazy, especially that his third album. His third album was my lifesaver. Like,
see, that's how I feel about Mary J. Blige.
Oh my God,
man! I rocks Mary. I'm gonna rock with Mary till we doing a dance together in wheelchairs or something. That's my girl.
Who
and it's crazy because when she
like Mary,
the new song is just like right in tune. It's like she don't miss a beat, and it's crazy.
Yes,
her new album just dropped too. So. Her new album just dropped, so anybody, make sure you check that out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You got Tidal, Spotify, you know where to go. You know what I mean.
Everything else in there.
I'm gonna ask for a favor though, Nick. Oh, if you don't mind me calling you Nick, I'm sorry. I always chop people's names up.
Told me that, and I'm like, okay, my family told me that, so I'm like, when people call me that, I'm like, okay,
you family over here now.
Yeah,
you can't forget about us when you start blowing up.
Happening. I'm sorry, but
listen, I think the question might be a freestyle.
Not a freestyle, but I want you to sing with your track, Goals and Dreams. I want the vocal. I want to hear the vocals. I'm gonna turn the track down a little.
Man, when I hear the vocal. Plays this song on
I do use auto-tune, so you ain't gonna get the exact same, but I can give it to you.
Listen, give me what God has given you. I'm proud. Right. No matter what, I'm proud of you. I'm going. I'm like I said. As soon as the album drop, I'm definitely tapping it. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no ifs and buts.
That's what I'm naming.
So you definitely got my support over here.
Yeah, you are gifted. Keep sharing your gift, because there's people like me that actually like motivational songs. You are definitely gifted.
I tried to play it at this event that I went to in LA. And she was like, "Oh, I really like the song, but it's kind of too slow for the vibe that we're going here." I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Nah, never. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. You can steal a whole crowd and make them conform to you doing that, and they will conform to you. You might feel like, yo, the crowd is not. They're not gonna pop on this because it's moving too slow. But yo, listen, make them conform to you.
And I think that's probably the number one
Don't
thing.
mind me. I used to be a record producer.
I can see it. I can see it. Listen, when you were in the background announcing the music, I was like, he's DJing back there. Listen, oh God, this is Don.
You definitely do.
So here we go. I'm gonna play the track. I'm letting you do you. All right.
All right.
Once again, this is Unique Goals and Dreams. Let's
Let me get
go.
a fake microphone.
This is my joint.
By the way,
I got these goals and these dreams. I know I can't live without them. That means I gotta go get it. I know a lot of people, they doubt it. Gotta prove wrong, 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 gotta prove wrong. Yeah, I'm working 9 to 5, it's 9 to 5, don't work for me. I gotta find my way about this thing I go to be. Feel like I'm tired of it, but like I'm why I gotta leave. Ain't they not understand it, it's not for them to see. Cause it's my vision and it's my church now. And you won't get it until reverse rolls around and around. I put my dreams on hold, show me how that sound. I wish my dreams could take us out with right now. Ain't had nobody else that they gon' hold me down. While I chase these dreams and know my goals. Chase these dreams and know my goals. When I say hold me down, I mean support.
That part.
When I say support, I don't always mean financially. Support me from anybody and everybody. It's just you let me know that you're in my corner. I got these goals and these dreams. I know I can't live without them. That means I gotta go get it. I know a lot of people, they doubt it. Gotta prove wrong, 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 gotta prove wrong. Yeah, you know I'm talking, I'ma say a little bit. It's so much to talk, I don't mind me, but shit, I'ma be fine, even on my own. And I know that you're a thing wrong. Say you wanna see me when I know you don't. Saying it don't make no sense, I'm playing wrong. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm the shit fucked up without it. Apologies, I was
Hey, success.
Talk loudest. It's talking there. I don't gotta explain myself no more.
Woo! I love it. Success talk the loudest. You ain't gotta say nothing else. Nothing else.
That's it.
Let your success speak for yourself. Man,
that's
I'm sorry. I gotta drop another bomb to that.
Man, right? And then she followed up with New Season. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Man, if y'all sleeping on Unique, y'all sleeping on the wrong artist. Man, we got to put some music out here that's going to make people want to do something with their lives. I like rap, but some of that stuff, you know, we talking about killing and all of that so much that we have these young kids out here actually doing this, thinking that this is the only way to live. When you can get some music that's telling you find your purpose, you know, make the most out of each day. Don't waste it. Like, you are blessed, man.
Yes.
Come on now,
So
Unique in your short amount of years.
Thank you.
One last question. Yo, who did the video? They did a great job.
Shout out to Trap Montana, Travis Robinson. He's from the area that I'm in, the Inland Empire. He does an amazing job all the time, every time. I've been working with him for a long time.
Did you hear her when she said she did the video there where she's at right now?
Yep, he came through and I was like, okay, I got this idea. Let me show you. I did the little cotton. I bought some cotton. I really bought some stuff and set it up. And it always turns out good. So we want to do the next.
He did a great job.
New season. I'm gonna do that one too. I'm thinking of the concept and everything. But yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out.
And then another thing I wanted to say was, I think you asked me to who I would collaborate with or something like that. Or sign to. I would say Dreamville by J. Cole.
Okay.
So,
a lot of young women like J. Cole. I know.
Yeah.
I like what the label stand for. It's like just a bunch of dreamers and go-getters. So I'm like, I would be the perfect fit.
Yeah.
You don't got no female rappers, female artists.
Well, listen, you gotta get that demo over him now. I'm telling you, the best time. Get that demo over to him and make that happen. Yeah, I know he ain't gonna let that go. As soon as he hear the beat, hear with the lyrics, he definitely gonna sign you.
I got to.
Somebody listening right now, share this and make sure you tag J. Cole. Support this queen. Support her now. Support her now because she's gonna blow up. She's gonna blow up. And she writes her own music. This is coming from her heart.
Thank you.
Definitely.
So pleased to have you. Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
No problem, Vette.
What you want to leave the people with?
Thank you, Don, for the inspiration. Thank you, Vette, for reaching out and, loving my music and, seeing the star in me. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Go listen to Golden Dreams. Go listen to New Season. I got a song called Up. Just go listen to all my music. Okay. And then
Fire too.
Trip, yeah, that's another one. I was just like, let me go back home and because I had went back to DC when I wrote it, and the hook is go version. I don't know if y'all heard of go before.
Go music.
Yeah.
Go music. Yeah. Okay, well that
started back in our time, but go ahead.
yeah. That was like that sample was y'all generation.
Let me tell you, it's a complete circle. We done did it already.
Too, so I was like,
we done did it already. Y'all just doing it now, and we enjoy it.
They're remixing it.
Yeah,
basically that's what. And I like sampling, but no, my EP coming maybe end of March, beginning of April. Dreams to Reality. Pretty much every song was done. Nice. And yeah, I'm about to make these dreams a reality.
And make sure you guys subscribe to her YouTube page.
Thank you. Thank you for your support.
And if you're looking for a podcast place, if you have ever thought about doing a podcast, hit my brother out. Hit him up. I say hit him out. Hit him up. And check out Unique's Instagram page and make sure you guys like, share, and follow. That's how you can support. It does not always have to be financial. Support can be a click of a button. You guys share foolishness, share something that's motivational.
And listen, if y'all want to become sponsors for Think and Grow with Vette Green, hit up Vette at Vette Green _Green, on Instagram, or Vette Green _ Think and Grow podcast. Make sure you hit her up. She can use that support.
I can use the support. This is the support keeps shows like this going. I don't want to stress enough that when you have somebody that is coming from the heart, trying to put information out there, support.
And everybody gonna need support at some point, whether you starting a business or you going to school or you doing whatever. Everybody gonna need support at some point in their life. So
that's right.
So true.
You pay it forward. Pay it forward. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
All right, so we'll catch y'all next week. You already know what it is. Think and Grow with Vette Green, Evening Rush Network. Holla at us.
On the evening.